Hi, I'm Dr. Rebecca Gottlieb. My colleague Dr. Laura Reinhardt and I are very grateful to be working on an OSEP-funded model demonstration grant. We'll show preliminary evidence that a digital literacy screener can identify distinct reading profiles and dyslexia risk in kindergarten students, and it can do so via virtual and in-person administration. Millions of students are identified with learning disabilities, or LDs, and LDs are the largest disability category in special education. Most students with LDs struggle with reading, and many exhibit signs of dyslexia. Even though signs of dyslexia are present in kindergarten, and even though early reading interventions are more effective than later interventions, generally students don't receive learning disability identification and special education support until 4th or 5th grade. These students experience years of academic struggle, which affects their cognitive, social, and affective development. To prevent this, here we ask, how can we identify students at risk of developing dyslexia at the start of school in kindergarten? Researchers have suggested discrete subtypes of individuals with dyslexia. A recent assessment of over 1,200 kindergarten students from diverse backgrounds identified 6 distinct profiles of emerging readers. And among these were 4 profiles of children who struggled with learning to read for different reasons. So here we wondered, can a digital literacy screener identify subtypes of early readers, including readers with dyslexia, and can it do so effectively online and in person? We were working with 164 kindergarten students in Los Angeles who participated either in person or via Zoom, depending on how they were attending school. We used the Early Bird Education Digital Literacy Screener, which provides a gamified and adaptive way of measuring literacy and pre-literacy skills on an iPad. Specifically, we used 6 subtests on this screener: the rapid automatized naming, the sound blending, letter naming, letter-sound correspondence, vocabulary, and oral sentence comprehension. Even with COVID-19 related challenges, we found that students performed consistent with pre-COVID nationally normed averages on these literacy and pre-literacy tests, which was heartening. And even among students in our Title I school, where we expected the largest COVID-19 related learning loss, on average, students exceeded the nationally normed performance on letter naming and letter sound identification and performed just slightly below average on other measures. We found also that administration of the digital literacy screener was feasible both in person and over video conferencing, and that performance was the same using both modes, although we do note some challenges, especially related to scheduling and managing the testing environment when testing over Zoom. What we're most excited about is that, similar to the previously mentioned study of 1,200 kindergarten students, we identified distinct profiles of kindergarten readers with different possible causes of dyslexia risk. Shown in dark red and bright red, we identified students who were performing around average with no notable areas of weakness, and we expect that these students are not at risk of developing dyslexia. Another group of students, shown in dark blue, performed well below average on all subtests, and we expect these students might develop dyslexia or experience reading failure for other reasons. We identified students who struggled with both phonological awareness and rapid automatized naming, shown in light blue, students who struggled with just phonological awareness in green, and students who struggled with just rapid automatized naming, shown in purple. We think all 3 of these groups are at risk of developing dyslexia, although the nature of their reading challenge and possibly the severity might vary. Finally, we found a group who performed well on all subtests except for vocab and oral sentence comprehension, and we think they might benefit from additional literacy support as well. So this work has implications for targeting intervention to students based on their areas of need, and doing so in first grade before they ever experience reading failure and its sequelae, which could reduce the need for long-term and/or intensive special education services. Our future work will test longitudinally the efficacy of providing targeted reading intervention support to students in schools as a function of their type of dyslexia risk or reading challenge. We thank you very much for your attention and encourage you to look at our handout of our poster or follow up with us by email at the addresses listed here with additional comments or questions. Thank you.